The breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. We've got breaking news, and it is a grim situation on Detroit's east side. Police are investigating a shooting involving two children. One is 13 years old, the other is just 10. Let's go live to Victor Williams. And Victor, where exactly did this happen, and what are police saying right now?
Well, that 13-year-old is in critical condition, and it all happened right at this house right here behind me. We're going to show you guys some video of the scene and how it looked earlier today when all the police came out here rushing to Justine Street to see if that child was okay. But we've been told that there were 3 minors that were at home alone when all of this took place. One of them found a gun and we're told presumably was playing around with it, accidentally shooting his 10-year-old cousin, accidentally shooting his 13-year-old cousin. So once again, we're trying to just figure out all of the circumstances. Police are not releasing that much info to us as of right now, but we're working to find out more. And once we do have that information, we'll update you right at 5 p.m. Reporting live tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Victor. And we'll check back with you at 5 for some updated information. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is making news this afternoon in that bitter battle over COVID spending. Late today, she signed off on how to spend $2.5 billion in federal funding. That includes $283 million for emergency rental assistance and up to $110 million for vaccine administration. But the governor vetoed the bill that would have required her to give up the power to close schools and sports. State Republicans tied that demand to roughly $840 million in school spending, which means that money won't get spent for now. New at 5, business editor Rob Maloney taking a look at what happens next. Also, breaking news in one of the biggest stories in the world right now. Buckingham Palace has just released its first official response to that explosive interview given by Prince Harry and his wife Meghan. That interview included allegations of racism and a lack of support from the royal family. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with the latest. And Kim, the response is pretty short and seems somewhat sympathetic to Harry and Meghan.
Karen, good afternoon. The statement from Buckingham Palace is 3 paragraphs long. It was released just after 5:30 London time, after 2 days of speculation on how Queen Elizabeth would respond. The Queen's statement is as follows, quote, "The whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan." It continues, quote, "The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much loved family members." Earlier today, Harry's father, Prince Charles, made his first public appearance since the interview aired. The heir to the British throne refused to answer reporters' questions on how he felt about the interview. You may remember Prince Harry told Oprah that at one point his father stopped taking his phone calls. In the middle of all of this, Meghan's estranged father is back in the public eye, defending the royal family and not his daughter.
They shouldn't. They went way over the top with these stories with Oprah, and should have waited. Considering the Queen's age and Philip's age, they certainly should have waited or tried to wait.
You may remember the Duchess reportedly hasn't spoken to her father since before her wedding, which was in 2018. Clearly, the palace would prefer to work these issues out in private, but that has become very difficult after such a blockbuster interview with Oprah Winfrey. Prince Harry reportedly wants to return to England this summer for a ceremony honoring his mother, the late Princess Diana, of course, but his wife is expecting their second child this summer, so it's not clear if the prince will see his family and be able to go to that function or go there anytime soon. For now, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Closer to home this afternoon, a Genesee County judge will soon decide whether to dismiss charges against former Governor Rick Snyder in connection to the Flint water crisis. Snyder was not seen during today's motion hearing. His attorneys argue the charges against him should be dismissed because his alleged crimes occurred in Lansing and not in Flint. But the prosecutors say Snyder's physical presence in Flint is not the only requirement to bring the case in Genesee County.
Contrary to the defendant's assertions, he did owe a duty to the city of Flint and its citizens, especially after he wrested local control from the city when he appointed an emergency manager to rule over its affairs. The law is clear that physical presence is not the sole prerequisite for proper venue.
The former governor is charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of willful neglect of duty. Judge William Crawford says He will make his decision in about a week. Detroit's mayor will offer his 8th annual State of the City in just a few hours. Mayor Mike Duggan will speak to voters from the new Stellantis manufacturing plant. No doubt he'll try to weave some good news into a speech that follows a very tough year for the city. You can watch him live on Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com. Remember, this address also comes as the mayor is seeking another term. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. The state is tracking our first official case of the highly contagious South African coronavirus variant. The B1351 variant was found in a boy from Jackson County. Contact tracing is underway right now to see if there are any additional cases linked to his. Tonight at 5, we're going to take a look at this new variant and the impact it could have on our state. Meantime, the state reports 954 new cases and 29 additional deaths in the last 24 hours. In the first forecast, we're still on that March roller coaster when it comes to our weather. It's still pretty warm today, but buckle up. Here's Ben with the preview.
Yeah, Karen, even today's dip, we're still more than 10 degrees above average, so it's a cool down in air quotes. But we've got 50s out there, even still some 60s out in Adrian. South zone temperature there at 61 right now. But there's the setup for tomorrow. The wet weather that's out in the Rockies is going to slowly start moving in. We'll probably see some showers as we get into tomorrow afternoon. But just some, or I should say evening, and those are going to be widely scattered. Most of the wet weather is coming on Thursday, so we'll start timing that out, and the possibility of some thunder along with it. But temperatures tonight going from the 50s early in the evening down to the mid-40s. So we'll finish out in the 30s tonight, but it will be a mild start compared to where we're going. And we'll look at a big cool down for the weekend and beyond in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right. Thank you, Ben. Jury selection has started again in the highly anticipated murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. The trial got off to a rocky start, causing procedural delays on Monday over whether a third-degree murder charge should be added to the case. Still no word on if this charge will be added. Currently, Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter for the death of George Floyd. The judge decided to move ahead with the trial. 3 weeks have been set aside to choose the jury. Opening statements are scheduled for March 29th. Millions of Americans hoping for new stimulus payments will have to wait at least one more day to see if the bill gets out of Congress. We're now told the House of Representatives will now vote tomorrow on the bill that's worth about $1.9 trillion. The House needs to vote a second time because the Senate took out the minimum wage increase and then lowered weekly unemployment benefits. The bill passed the House by just 7 votes the first time around, so we'll follow closely and keep you posted. Well, we are just a few days away from a big leap forward. We're going to push our clocks ahead for daylight saving time after a long, dark winter filled with COVID restrictions. Many of us can't wait for that extra daylight, which usually means more time outside. Local 4's Kim DeGiulio reports the change could be just what the doctor ordered.
After living a year in this pandemic, it's only natural to be feeling a little down. But now, as the days begin to have more daylight, things like ice cream parlors are opening back up and food trucks, bringing more happiness to those who need it. You may find yourself in a better mood now that we're moving the clocks forward this weekend.
It's definitely what we need. Everybody needs to get out the house, man. Everybody don't need to be stuck in the house. Get out.
I think we could use a lot of things, good to boost our moods after, being what we went through last year.
And studies show daylight saving time does boost your mood.
Yes, it's so true that if we have more hours of daylight during the day, there's more time that we can be involved in activities like going for walks with the family, going for a drive. So it really does help us to feel better.
And more daylight means more chances to dine outdoors or stop for a treat at the custard huts that are now open. It also gives people the opportunity to just be outdoors after work.
And that's going to put them in a mindset to want to exercise and be healthy, whether we live in the street, whether we live in a mansion, whether we are in Southwest Detroit.
Dr. Donald Rockwell says even though this shift in time will be good for our mental health, it's important to be cautious this weekend when we lose that hour of sleep.
We have to be very careful because our bodies need time to adjust. So when we're driving the car or using heavy machinery, we just need to really take it easy this weekend because things could go wrong.
And now that we know being outside with a mask is safe in the COVID-19 pandemic, she says it's important that people take advantage of the extended daylight to keep our spirits up.
It's good to see people out and, you know, just enjoying life.
It's great. It's great. We get to get out, you know, see the city, get some food, meet new people. It's wonderful.
Now remember, if your clocks don't adjust automatically, do it on Saturday night, because Sunday at 2 a.m., the time will change to 3 a.m. I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
Kim, thanks so much. That ice cream looked good. Still ahead, is one of the president's family dogs in trouble? We just heard from the White House about an incident involving one of their German shepherds. We're definitely going to clear things up for you. First, thousands of drivers